Good morning, everybody. It's time for Midweek Motivation Live. This is Patrick Lee, your host. It's good to see everyone today. I want to talk to you today about going into battle. Watched a video yesterday. Another friend shared and had a couple of great points, and I wanted to touch on that for you today. So many people in life, so many people in our industry, in the real estate world as a whole, but people in life overall are talking about the grind. They're talking about going into battle and talking about going into war every day. Every day it's a battle. Who are you fighting? Today's topic, really, who are you fighting? Who are you fighting and why? So I wanted to touch on this for a few minutes. Hope this will bless somebody today and help motivate you to have a better week, a better attitude, and starting if you've had a lousy Monday and Tuesday, maybe you can have a great Wednesday. And this will help you. I appreciate everyone coming in to watch the show every week. People already tuning in, and I just want to talk to you today. The title is "Who Are You Fighting?" We've talked a lot about things in the past that can help you change your life on the show. Everything from getting up early in the morning. How do you start your day? How do you live your life? Do you get settled in the morning? Do you say your prayers? Do you get settled with who you are as a person and who you're going to be that day? These are a lot of things that are important. One of the other things that we talk about a lot, and the thing that this really touched home with me, is how do we treat other people? And people talk about going into battle, and if you're not ferocious, if you're not the biggest dog on the porch, if you're not the toughest lion in the pride, only the big dogs get to eat, right? Only the toughest lion, he's the leader. Everyone wants to be the top dog or the number one lion of the pride, right? Everybody wants to be the Lion King. But one of the things that you fail to mention or fail to realize possibly is that even though there is a leader of the pride, even though there's a leader of the pack, the top dog, the wolf pack, whatever it is, everyone else gets to benefit in that relationship. The lionesses of the pride go out and hunt, right, for the leader. They hunt for the leader. And when they've brought the kill back to the pride, everyone gets to eat, right? The top dog may be the toughest one in the pack, and he goes out and fights all the other dogs, and they all sort of become subservient to him, but all the other dogs get to eat, right? They all still get to hang out together, right? They're all part of the herd, part of the pack, part of the pride. But so many people out here are talking about going into the workforce like it's a fight. You're going into the grind. You're going into battle. You see all the posts about people going into battle. I'm going into battle today. I'm going out to fight for you. The thing I want to talk to you about, though, is in life, is that what we're really supposed to be doing? Are we supposed to be going out and confronting everyone? Are we supposed to be going into the workforce fighting everybody? Are we supposed to be going into battle every day? And if so, why? I'd love to see some comments. I'd love to see some people tune in and throw some comments in the chat line on this, and good comments, of course, will get thrown up on the screen. And every now and then comments come in that we can't put on screen, and you understand that. But why are you fighting? And who are you fighting? Number two. And my challenge to you today is going to be that we need to be fighting ourselves. If you have this attitude that every day I have to go into battle, I have to go in and fight for what is mine, I don't necessarily think that that's the best way for us to live our lives. I think the number one way for us to get better is to learn to fight with ourselves. The battle should be within, right? Joyce Meyer, a great Christian teacher and author, wrote a book years ago called The Battlefield of the Mind. And that's one of the number one places we should be fighting, right? We should be fighting our thoughts, because our thoughts control what? Our speech and our actions. The things that come into our mind become, who you are inside. The way a man thinketh, so is he, right? So your thoughts control your actions. Your actions create these outcomes, and those outcomes cause these results that cause you to think new thoughts, right? So that's a cycle that continues to come in and out of you. So if you feel like you need to fight someone, my challenge is, why don't you start fighting yourself? Here's who you should be fighting. The first thing that you should be fighting is indifference, not your neighbor. If you're in the business world, or if you're in life and you're trying to have influence with other people, indifference is the number one thing that will cause you to fail. It's happened to me in my life, and I'm sure it's happened to those of you that are watching the show today. Indifference is an attitude that will kill you. Number one, of course, we need to learn how to make decisions. And those decisions cause us to take the proper actions to create things in our life. But indifference causes you to not make decisions. And indifference means I don't really care one way or the other what the outcome of this specific circumstance may be. Is it a life or death decision if the dogs get fed at 10 o'clock or 12 o'clock? Maybe not to you, it may be to the dogs. You know what I mean? And in the pack, in the pride, in the herd, indifference is something that can kill that animal as well. If you decide that the pack is going one way and you just decide to go a different way, then you've cut yourself off, and you say, I don't care about the pack. Well, you just cut yourself off from, number one, relationship, social abilities, protection, all of those things that come along with you running with the herd, running with the pride, with your lion buddies, running with your wolf pack, right? That indifferent attitude can kill you. If it doesn't matter to you, if you get up in the morning, make your bed, wash your face, say your prayers, eat your breakfast, do your exercise, then make your plan and your schedule, and then work your day. If you're indifferent about all of those things, then your day is going to quickly get away from you. Right? Plan your work, then work your plan, right? If you don't plan your day will make a way to work itself. Your day will run you instead of you running your day. If you have an indifferent attitude about when to change the oil in your vehicle, you will find out very quickly that your vehicle will not run much longer without good oil. If you're indifferent about changing the gas or changing you're rotating your tires will wear out. If you don't have gas in your tank, I'll get gas later. I'm guilty of that all the time. I run my tank till it's on fumes, and then I sneak into the gas station and fill it back up. But it's not because I'm indifferent about getting gas. I know I need it, and I tell myself that I'm too busy and I'll get it soon, right? And I'll get it in time. But that indifference can kill your day. It can kill your motivation. It can kill your plans and dreams and cause you to not go out and achieve your goals. Number two, your calendar. Wow. This is one. If you want to go into battle, if you want to start a battle, start with your calendar. Man, this one's making me mad just bringing it up. I need a drink of coffee. How many of you work by your calendar? Raise your hands. This is a video and a podcast. I can't watch you, but that's okay. You can let me know in the comments. Give me likes and loves. So throw me a bunch of hearts up on the screen and a bunch of thumbs up. If you're on YouTube, be sure and subscribe to the channel, and you can give me some thumbs up on there as well. And turn on notifications, click the bell on that, and you'll always be notified when Midweek Motivation Live is coming up again. And you'll be sure and be able to catch all of these shows. And I hope these help you. They happens every Wednesday morning at 10 o'clock to help you get through the day. You know, it doesn't have to be hump day. This can be Midweek Motivation Live day. And this helps us get through the rest of the week. But number two here on the list is your calendar. If you want to go into battle with something that's super important to you having a more successful life, learn to go into battle for your calendar. If you are not willing to fight for your time, no one else will be either. Your time is one of your finite resources. We have energy, time, and income, right? Or money. Those are the three things that we have a finite amount of. At the end of the day, at 12 o'clock, you can't sit there and say, I'm not going I'm gonna put a knife in my clock at 12 o'clock and not allow the hands to move forward anymore, you would be considered foolish if you thought you could actually save time that way. Turning the clocks back at the end of the day is not a good way to get more time. You cannot stop time. Time moves forward. It is in control of itself. You cannot get more time. You cannot make more time. There have been many, many, many very wealthy people at the end of their lives that have amassed a huge fortune, and they would give it all up, millions, billions of dollars, for one more day on this earth, for one more breath. But none of that money will amount to anything when it comes to buying time. You cannot buy more time. The only way to have enough time in your day is to plan your day. You have to get control of your calendar. You have to get control of your calendar. You have to fill your calendar with the things that are going to pertain to life, health, wealth, and goal setting and achieving in your life. You have to put the things into your calendar and then live by that. I was at an appointment yesterday talking with the receptionist there, and that was one of the things that we talked about, is my ability to be there for these appointments on time. I have regular appointments. We have sporadic appointments. I'm in the real estate world. We set appointments quickly, sometimes off the hip. Sometimes we change directions and go to a different appointment. But the things that are set in the calendar need to remain set in the calendar. And this lady was commenting that I've been there. I've been on time repeatedly. She was very impressed. I used to have an appointment with this business, and it was very hit and miss whether I would make it or not, whether I was going to be there or was I going to be late. And if I get in there late, it's going to cause me to be put behind so many other people that go to that place of business. And then I'm going to be late getting to my next appointment. So I've learned to start controlling my calendar. It's time. When it's time to get up, it's time to get up. When it's time to get your day started, it's time to get your day started. If you have an appointment, you need to go to your appointment. Okay. Go into battle for your calendar, because you can't buy more time. So to be able to get the most out of your time, you have to learn to get control of your calendar. Looking sharp today. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm learning to go into battle for my appearance, buddy. That's what I'm having to do. Number 3, if you must go into battle for your attitude. I know too many people that fly off the handle too easily. I know too many people that have an attitude that simply tells them, I cannot get ahead. It's this negativity. And I've dealt with people, I've talked to people, I've mentored people, I've poured into people that cannot change that attitude. And at the end of the day, there comes a time to where sometimes those relationships have to break because the attitude won't change. I have to get control of mine. I think it's vitally important that you learn to get in control of yours as well. Are you the type of person that gets emotionally, attached to every conversation that you have? Are you the type of person that gets violently angry every time something doesn't go your way? I mean, are you the type of, on the flip side of that, are you the type of person that gets very, very sad at the inappropriate time? Because that's another attitude that's weird, that can really sink your business. Attitude, I believe, just like indifference, great comment Terry put up there about indifference as well. Indifference can kill anything that you've got planned. But your attitude as well, the way you attack, if you want to go into battle with something, the way you attack anything is going to be determined by the attitude in which you do that. And your attitude, here's a big tip about attitude. Your attitude needs to fit the situation, the severity or the non-severity of the situation that you're talking with. You don't need to be over the top angry or excited with something that doesn't warrant that. But you also have the ability to elevate the mood of a particular conversation or a situation with your attitude, or you have the ability to sink that, to reduce it, to lower it down. So that's going to bring us into the next one, emotions or anger. And this is not I'm not self-preaching or just, confessing. I don't have an anger issue. I hope you guys can see that through the videos you guys come back and watch every week. I don't have an anger problem. As I get older, I put up with a little bit less because you want to know why? Because I've learned to have the right attitude at the right time about the right things. And there are times where anger is warranted and anger is sometimes necessary to control the situation. But that's the only time. Becoming righteously indignant, I think there's nothing wrong with that. Being angry for the sake of anger, I do not agree with. But anger can be and should be used at the right time for the right instances. Well, number one, let's just throw some out there. Number one, you should be angry if you see someone being abused, whether it's humans or animals. If you see someone abusing a pet or an animal, that makes me pretty angry. If you see someone abusing a child or a lady, it's going to make me pretty angry. Some of the best scenes in a movie usually are cowboy movies or some kind of an equalizer movie where the hero comes and shows up and defends the helpless animal or the child or the lady. You know what I mean? Those are the scenes that really get us, lifted. They heighten our emotions because the good prevails, right? You should become angry when you see someone being abused. Abuse in any form is not acceptable in society. And we see it. It's becoming prevalent all across our nation and all around the world. So many people are angry. They're fighting. They're so divided, both politically, socioeconomically, and religiously, that anger is becoming more and more prevalent. But if you don't learn to get in control of that anger will kill you. Anger will completely sink any of your goals and dreams, and it's going to be much harder for you to ever achieve anything that you want in life. And the rest of the emotions run right along with that. It's not really acceptable for you to be overly happy, excited, or giddy for something that's an inappropriate time. You would never respond to someone telling you that someone in their family has just found out that they're terminally ill. Then happiness doesn't become a part of that, right? Your emotions need to fit the situation that you're talking about. Now, you can heighten the mood, and I do that a lot. You can heighten the mood with your attitude and your emotions simply by putting a calming tone on your voice and injecting that into the conversation. You can reduce the level of anxiety and anger in a conversation by speaking a calming word. Absolutely. And you can also respond to someone who's filled with hatred and wrath with kindness, and you can lighten that mood as well. The Bible says that a kind answer turns away wrath, and being kind is something that you can always be. If you struggle to be anything in this world, the number one thing you should struggle to be is kind. But learn to get control of your emotions. Anger can ruin a conversation. Learning to get that under control is vitally important to you becoming successful in life. Then one of the last things I want to talk about here, if you must go into battle, if you must go into war for something, go into battle to improve your skill set. What does that mean, Patrick? Why should I fight, my skills? Well, your ability to succeed in life is going to be determined by how well you master skills. Now, mastery in the business world, usually in any field, has been defined as relating to about 10,000 hours of training in any certain field. If you can say I've got 10,000 hours in any certain field, whether it be sales or becoming a chef, whether it be building a car or building a boat, whatever it is, you can become a master of that if you'll invest 10,000 hours of your time into study and practice of that, of whatever that is. So wouldn't it make sense that you need to master your skills, that you need to learn to fight for your skills, that your attitude needs to be in line with you learning how to improve your skills? Maybe this doesn't make sense to any of you, but it makes a lot of sense to me. You have to fight to improve yourself. You have to go to battle with yourself to improve your skills. If you don't know how to cook, I wouldn't recommend you open a restaurant. If you don't know how to build a car, I wouldn't recommend that you build one. You're going to find yourself in dire straits going down the road in that homemade car. Does it not make sense to you that you should learn how to improve yourself to be better at what you do? Some of you watching right now, I know what you do. Those of you that are local, that are your friends of mine, those of you that watch the show regularly, I know what you do. And for the most part, every one of you that I know are always learning and striving to do better every day. And every time I experience something with you, I am reassured in my mind that you are going into battle to improve your skill set. If you don't know how to do what it is that you do for a living, you're going to have skinny kids. What does that mean? That means you're not. That's a funny. Some of the comments. Sorry. That's funny. Anyway, yeah. What does that mean? That means you're not going to make enough money to feed your kids. That's what it means. Learn how to sell something. Learn how to build something. Learn how to say something. I'm constantly trying to improve my speaking skills. Number one, because I was born a poor white kid on the Oregon coast. I moved to Texas at 20. My mom was born in Alabama, raised in Arkansas, then moved to Oregon as a teenager. My dad's family was from Kentucky. And then I moved to Texas. So we have so much hick in us, mixed hick Texan slang, that I'm a 57-year-old Heinz 57, right? I'm a mutt, right? So I'm always trying to work on my speaking skills. Plus, I do a speaking show every week. It's kind of important that I learn how to talk to you and not completely get dumbfounded or tongue-tied. So I apologize for my accent a little bit, but it's a mixture of everywhere that I come from. And I can't help that, but I do continue to try to improve. So I'm always working on my skill set. A lot of the people that I listen to are motivational speakers, people that have podcasts, people that travel and speak to large crowds. Why? Because I want to improve myself. I want to go into battle with me, the man in the mirror. That's the person I'm telling you this week. If you must go into battle with you. Because you have the power to overcome. You have the power to improve. And if you can't defeat yourself, if you can't win over yourself and improve your skills, your emotions, control your anger, have a better attitude, get control of your calendar, learn to go into battle with indifference, make a freaking decision, yes or no. The undecided person always loses. Learn to make a decision. The Bible says, let your yays be yays, which means yeses. Yay means yes. Let your yays be yays and your no's be no's. Plain and simple. I don't know how to say it better than that. I'm working on learning how to say it better than that. But that's what's important. That's what I want you to know this week. If you must go into battle with yourself, man. Learn self-mastery. Get control of your attitude. Get control of your tongue. Learn how to speak positive things into your friends, the people you have relationships with. Tell them, I believe in you. You can do it. And then learn to receive it when they say those things back to you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of where you're going, the direction you're going. The things that you're doing matter to me just like they matter to you. And I'm excited that you have a future, that you have goals. Those are all things that are important. Learn to look at the man in the mirror. That's your bonus tip this week. If you don't like what you see in the mirror, remember, only you can change that. Hey guys, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to talk to you next week. This has been Midweek Motivation Live. If you must go into battle with yourself. You can get better. Only you have the power to improve you. We've talked a lot about how to do that and learning to have better relationships is the key point of that. I'm very thankful and grateful for each and every one of you that are in my life. You help me become a better person. Death, Cody, not die. It's death. That's the word of the day. That's awesome. I have the best friends. I do this as a service to you each and every week because I love you. I care about you, and I want you to do better in life. And at the end of the show, if you will, please go to the subscribe button, hit the notifications button, and then also you can turn on notifications on Facebook. Give me tons of likes and love. Share this video with your family and friends. Things that you think it can help that it can help them with as well. If I can ask you for one favor, it's simply click on patricklee.work in the comments below this video. You can, if you know anyone who is interested in buying a home, selling a home, or investing in real estate, you can reach me there. It's also posted here on the screen. And I would love to have the opportunity for me and my teammates to come and help you or your friend or family member buy or sell a home. And that's the reason I do this each and every week, is to enrich your life. So I'll see you next week. Until then, be blessed. Bye-bye.